So, yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hit Games Conference Day 2. I'm your general moderator, Yusuf. Sorry for the last panel's technical difficulties. We couldn't go live. We had some difficulties, but you will, of course, be able to see the video. It was very nice. We did on YouTube. So let me introduce you to Ravi Kiran from Go Live Games, founder and CEO of Go Live Games. We will have a great panel about games market in India. The floor is yours. Take it away, Ravi.
Thank you, Yusuf. Thank you for the introduction. And hello, everyone. I think it's going to be a fantastic session. I have four amazing panelists with me here. And what better to talk of than the biggest greenfield market in the world today, which is the Indian gaming market, right? I'm Ravi Kiran. I am the founder and CEO of a group called Go Live Games. We are primarily into building mid-core games, esports, publishing mainly in the Indian market, and so on. I have four amazing panelists, like I mentioned. We have Rajesh from Pixcell Play. We have Vivek Shah, founder and MD of Capermint Technologies. We have Arjun from Moram Napu, and we have Parth Chadha from Stan. So I think the best way to start off is with a round of introductions. In the order in which I see on the screen, I'll start with Rajesh. Rajesh, can you take the floor?
Right. Hello everyone, I'm Rajesh Balaji, founder and CEO of Pixcell Play. Pixcell Play is predominantly focused on hybrid casual games. So far we have launched almost like 7 games in the market and almost another 7 to 8 is in cooking. So the USP where we are trying to focus is more towards user-generated content. So most of our games are having live tournaments and allowing players to create their own tournaments or creating their own levels. Predominantly, most of our games are inclined towards this, and this is what we are focusing on. Yeah, I will hand over to the next person.
Yeah.
Vivek?
Yes. Hi everyone, myself Vivek Shah. I run a gaming studio called Capermint Technologies. We are based in Australia and India. So basically our core focus or expertise or USP is game development, design, deploy. We are more into real money games, AAA games, hyper casual games. We are a team of 150 people. So till date, we have delivered around 500 plus games for various location, various client. We are expert into real money where we create traditional games called Ludo, Carom, 8-ball pool, card games. That's our expertise. In AAA games, we work on shooting and fighting games. That's our core expertise right now.
Nice. Arjun?
Yes, my name is Mallikarjun Reddy. I've started my own marketing and strategic partnership agency, especially in the gaming division. I'm fortunate enough to work with a couple of clients. I've started this 4 months back. And during the last 6 months, I've been building an esports school. It's about everything and anything that a single individual can do in the esports ecosystem. We're still building that. That's about it.
Nice. So I'm definitely going to ask a few more points on esports in the coming few minutes. Parth, over to you.
Yeah, hi everyone. This is Parth. I am the founder and CEO at Stan. Personal experience, it's been like 7 odd years in the gaming industry. Started as a builder, built hyper casual games, HTML5, Cocos 2D, and then worked on some sports gaming IP, and then built a platform in real money gaming, scaled it for like 3.5 years, close to like 5 million gamers, where we had like 25 games on one single app. So looked at all the user insights and learnings from the real money gaming space, and worked with YouTubers, KOLs, influencers in very closely involved systems, right? And then now building Stan from almost like 2 years. Stan is a pretty exciting platform. It's kind of like a gamer's companion app. We are growing really fast. We are close to 3 million gamers now. You will find us on Play Store and App Store. We are trending on number 4 these days on the Play Store. It's kind of like Discord plus plus, where gamers come and connect with fellow gamers with their favorite YouTubers, and they collect their cards, they play, they engage, and they earn rewards, right? So that's majorly about Stan.
Very good. So let me like move on to the first point that I wanted to discuss with everyone. While putting a little opinion of my own, like I said, India is the greenfield market that everyone in the world, every publisher in the world wants to come and operate in. So let's start in the same order. Rajesh, maybe you can start off with your thoughts on how the ecosystem in India has been over the past couple of years, and how is it looking right now in the present? You're on mute, by the way, Rajesh.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So one of the biggest advantage what we are actually having here in this particular geographical location is like now our internet connectivities are super strong, right? With again our UPI payments and like the card penetration and the kind of bank supports what we have, I think today everyone were able to also pay, because this was a problem almost like when the feature phone was actually building up in India. Today that problem is not there, and due to it, which we already seeing, so there's a good amount of growth is happening on the paid money side, the gaming side, and also on the esports side. All right. So somewhat strongly believe with our population and with our current infrastructure on this side, anything related to skill-based gaming and like involving certain valuable prizes around it is going to be a huge hit.
Okay. Vivek, your thoughts?
We, we as a development company, we always feel that India is a very
Hello,
potential
Vivek.
platform. Am I audible properly?
Yes, Vivek is audible to us.
Yes, you are audible, Vivek.
Okay. So, being a development company, we find out that India is a prominent market for sure. We find out very of our client from various countries like US, Canada, or Saudi Arabia, they wanted to develop a game, not for their country, for India, just because of the infrastructure we have, the amount of user we have, the amount of smartphone we have, right? So we are mainly into mobile games. Secondly, the policy which we have regarding real money games, we are exporting real money games, so we know about the legalities, we know about the taxation part. That is pretty much better way compared to other countries where the licensing and other things are taking so much time and so much money, right? Where we have skill based money, skill based games allowed at our country, so it's very easy to generate revenue from the game itself, right? Third, the awareness of the game. People are used to play hyper casual games. People over past, people were used to play a big AAA game on the PC and PlayStation. Now they used to play on the phone and the tablet and iPad. So just because of this change, the market in India is much bigger than we expect. We expect 5 billion, more than that, uh, amount of market right now in India regarding the games.
Arjun, you're on mute, Arjun.
Uh, what I've been seeing in terms of India at the moment is everybody is closely watching the Indian gaming market. Uh, Not only the western side, the Southeast Asia belt as well, they are very well on a watch of what Indians and the Indian population in the gaming segment are doing. So I collected few data points. I have six. In the last 3 months, there have been three different reports about the Indian gaming ecosystem. It roughly matches it around the ballpark figure. All the three reports states the same. The Indian gaming market is 3.2 billion at the moment, and it's going to be double by 2028. Uh,
Yeah.
that's the compound annual growth rate is 15.68. That's one of the highest wherever you see. In terms of the gaming population, why India is the hot belt. 444 million players who are playing games on in India at the moment. That is also going to be increasing by 2027. Uh, we had roughly around about 300% lower gamers in 2017. That's a significant increase. Like Balaji said, that due to the internet and the 5G that everybody has on their mobile phone. We are the second largest global market in terms of gamers after China, and I'm very sure we're going to beat that because we have beaten them in terms of population. We're going to see that we will be number one very soon. 98.8% of the gamers are on mobile phones, contributing 85% of the total gaming revenue. So mobile gamers, if somebody, that's why we see a lot of games that are done, be it be hyper casual, be it be any type of games, they are coming on mobile phones. That's one of the reason. Indian gamers spend roughly around about 14.1 hours per week on mobile games. That's the highest proportion of playing over 5 hours in Asia. And coming to esports, uh, the esports engagement is 71.8% out of the total gaming population. And for a matter of fact, we have 43% of gamers that are women in India at the moment. So that was the data that I've collected, and with this data, I'm certain and positive that we will be one of the gaming markets which the entire world would be looking for, and we'll rank number one very soon, Ravi.
You sounded like an economics professor for the last couple of minutes, Arjun.
So a
So,
lot of
so
numbers everywhere. That's the
yeah,
reason,
yeah.
right? And
So,
A lot
so
everybody
of
let's
should know what's happening in the Indian ecosystem. That's one of the reasons. We'll keep
absolutely.
it
Yeah,
conversation.
I'll give a spin on those same stats in a minute. Over to you, Parth.
Yeah, I think all my fellow panelists have covered good amount of pointers, and everybody's so bullish, right? I think that makes us so excited to build in this space, and also we see billions of dollars being invested in the Indian market. A quick example was IGDC, which we had in Hyderabad, right? So many people from the global market came in to meet people, look at what India is doing, and India is like really at the cusp of building something big time. I think what mobile gaming and internet brought to us is something which we were missing out from so many years. Right? I was chatting with somebody yesterday itself that we used to play Counter Strike so much on the PC. Like everybody felt that there's so much gaming in India, but why is it not picking up? Right? But very fundamental needs were the mobile phone getting cheaper, and mobile gaming content was not up to the mark, I would say. And obviously, games like Ludo, PUBG, and all these titles have kind of proved that there is so much which can be achieved in the market. Like 500 million gamers, Arjun was talking about. I think very unique pointer which I would like to address on where we stand is also working closely is the growth of gaming influencers, right? I believe that a category gets picked up if people talk about it more, consume more content, right? So we had seen a wave of people playing games, right? We have seen a wave of now people watching games as well, right? There's so much consumption of gaming on YouTube. I think all my friends here would agree that a lot of distribution, even for their games, are having is being done on the YouTube through these creators, right? A lot of these creators have become the right channel to sort of promote your games, and these guys have become the next gen celebrities, where all the games are going to that, hey, talk about my game, I'll pay you, and then it becomes so popular. I know a lot of these creators firsthand, obviously working with you as well, Ravi, on a bunch of these stuffs, right? So I think this angle of content creation around gaming is sort of spiking all the numbers for us, right? And interestingly, the paying audience has increased over the last couple of years, right? If you look at the data, we were always called as the DAU farm, right? India mein jao launch karo, you will get the users. But now everybody is so excited to see that the payers have increased. If I'm not wrong, the number from 500 million, almost close to like 20-25% have become payers in India, like who have at least bought some item. It could be real money gaming, it could be in-app purchases in these top titles, right? And I think the numbers which we are looking at, almost like a $7 billion market by 28, is something which is sort of motivating all of us together. An interesting piece on blockchain as well. I think you are doing something amazing there as well. People are trying to create new narratives in gaming through blockchain and NFTs. We just wrapped up the India Blockchain Week last week. And it was super amazing to see almost like 7,000-8,000 people come from the world, and gaming came out to be very loud in that, right? So I think these are certain areas which we are seeing, which is the recent trends which people are building on, and some amazing talent is coming out of the country, and like we're super excited as Stan to sort of be part of that timeline where the industry is shaping up.
Nice, nice. Great insights, everyone. I just wanted to sum up the points from my perspective as well. In fact, Arjun's stats are so exciting, right? So just one additional point that there are close to 8-10 million smartphone users in India, and when you mention 444 or some number like that, that still means there's 50% more people who will
Absolutely.
convert into gamers soon, right? So that's one big plus. And there is this very interesting insight from a major platform that I've gotten, which I'm very happy to share, that almost every 3 years, the number of paying users in India is doubling, right? And like Parth said, if it's about 20-25% right now, about 130 million users or so have at least paid once in some game or the other. And just imagine when it doubles. And not only that, the average price point that they are paying is also doubling. So every 3 to 4 years, the industry can just double in size. And that is where the whole stat that the 3.2 billion will become 7 billion is coming from. And I'm very sure. So in this context, Rajesh, maybe you can start off with some thoughts on the near future and maybe even longer term that you foresee in the Indian market.
Yeah, so see, I think now the recent trends, what we are seeing, right? Like from a consumer market, we actually moved into a creator market. You know, that's what TikTok did. That's what YouTube did. You know, like once TikTok and all these things were there, people are not just only consuming; they also started actually, creating their own stuff. They started putting themselves into a creator's shoe. Right. So that is another huge thing happening right now. I think as Arjun said, I think Arjun, you nailed all the data points, man. Like, thanks for summing up for that. So with this kind of a population and the kind of content what we are creating, so the content needs to start actually going out of our border. So this is the big thing. Like Vivek said, like now people from Arab and other locations, so Western locations, they are trying to create a game for Indian market, where we became a huge DAU hub. So, but again, like our Indian developers, maybe like we need to more focus towards taking our products internationally out. That's where actual real money is. Right. So predominantly, yeah, that's what I feel like. Maybe like we should start creating a content which can go global, because gaming is a kind of a medium. It's kind of a tool which has a huge potential to go beyond borders, go beyond culture, and penetrate people. So that's, I think we lost Ravi there.
Yeah,
Yes,
you might be.
that's fine.
So let him join in. So yeah, so from this particular point, maybe we have a recent success when it comes to Ludo King and things like that. Thanks to COVID, I think that's what made the game so successful, and and also we somewhat globally the gaming community also contributed. Imagine those games when it doesn't exist, like people must have gone crazy. They're actually able to fight out their time and fight out their mental status with this kind of entertainment tool available. So there's humongous opportunity coming towards us, and how do we take it and how do we deal it is going to be completely up to us right now. So saying that, I will stop. Maybe you can just share what you go.
So at our end, what we change in the content, we start getting inquiry about our mythological uh, characters. So we are working on some AAA games which are based on our mythological characters. So we are working on one concept called Royal Maratha, right, which is a
Okay.
fighting game. So at India, the our our own developers are coming with that sort of content and ideas that we wanted to make sort of games like that direction. Might be we are not able to match up the level which other part of the world has in terms of graphics, other things, but they wanted to do that sort of things. Second, we what we experience is the IP based games has taken a lot income last past couple of years, that people wanted to make a games. The first priority has always been to earn money from that. Second now is people understand the value of IP, right? So they start creating sort of concept which are surrounded by characters, surrounded by the environments, where they can utilize the particular character and environment for their NFC, their blockchain, other part. So we start getting sort of inquiries at our end for that things as well, from Indian market I'm talking about. Third, uh, again, the content which we there are a huge market for hyper casual games, there are huge market for real money games, but again India is taking shape for triple A game as well. The bigger size of game also, the Indian developers are Indian people are trying to invest. So that is a big sign for us that we will have a couple of a big period games at our end in 2024, 2025 for sure. We will not stop our end at Ludo or other things, but we will create some character based, mythological based period games for sure. That is what the change we have seen in Indian market right now.
Right.
Wonderful. So, coming back to the point where Ravi mentioned that every 3 years we see uh, the average user spending more. In fact, I have some numbers around it too. Maybe a year back, Indian audience were spending $9 on an average. Right now, they are spending roughly around about $17. So within a year, we have seen a 100% jump on it. Um,
Brilliant.
Moreover, yeah. Moreover, with the Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and Gen X coming in India, we are very young as a population, where maybe around 45 to 50% of our population are very young, and we're going to be a very young nation very soon too. Uh, the younger generation, they don't mind spending on games, irrespective, even if it's a skin, even if they have to upgrade a particular piece of clothing, they are willing to spend it, and it's going to be increasing very soon too. So overall, a good market, Ravi. So Parth, over to you as of now.
Yeah, I think what we are seeing is something really exciting. Like I know Rajesh was telling that build for the world. That is some very unique point which people are focusing on. But we are at Stan are looking how to create that value for a gamer in the Indian geography as well, right? I mean, real money gaming had come out strong and proven to be a billion-dollar market. And now we're seeing in-app purchases becoming very successful with respect to these good AAA titles, right? I'm really excited to see some good titles coming out of India, where Stan could drive communities on. And what excites me is government is also very actively looking at gaming. All the goods and bads we keep hearing in the recent times is something which is very positive for the entire industry, because now that we are being heard, people are looking at it, government is trying to set some real policies, is something which will set the construct and help us grow multifold from here, right? Earlier days there was so much gray area and people kept on operating. Some people really were in the under the thing that it might burst out or how it's going to pan out, but government is really taking some exciting measures here. We see some when I'm traveling to global events like Gamescom, GDC in San Francisco. We see a lot of people from India going there. Earlier, our group used to be like close to 5 6 people, and we are seeing like last GDC, we see hundreds of Indians there trying to learn what game designing is, supporting more titles. And if I'm not wrong, this year India is also going to have a setup in the GDC, right? So global market is something which people are and Indians are really excited about. And Vivek is very right that Indian content, localized content is flying, is it will fly. I have friends who are building some AAA titles with Indian mythology like Shiva and all that, and that really connects well with some of the I think large amount of audience in India. I think localized content will work brilliantly. Ludo has shown the crazy potential which India can crack from local games. Rummy as well, right? These two games have been super successful, and if we see that how it is panning out for the local titles, I think I'm really excited to see some good content being generated in India, and we keep supporting their community through the content creators and everything. And government keeps supporting us so that the numbers keep flying high. How we are seeing doubling of pairs every year, right? Yeah, I think Ravi has asked a question about Web3 sports.
So
Um,
I'll get that question for y'all. So we had one last question, I guess so.
hmm.
So the question was, what is that one shining light about Web3 esports or anything specific in the gaming industry? Any of the panelists would like to think from the Indian context of it.
I mean, we are doing something in Web3 and gaming fusion, right? At Stan, we have NFTs of your favorite YouTubers, which you can collect and upgrade and trade to sort of enjoy the real value behind it. I think blockchain gives you a lot of enabling power for your current ecosystem. I think what is wrong, which is happening, which I keep saying out in every avenues, is people are focusing more on the financial side of Web3 and less on the gaming fun, which is being lost. Like we see super bad titles in Web3 today in gaming, like very shitty games, right? Because people have forgot that they need to build games first and then add Web3. Whereas we at Stan have also used Web3 as an enabler, that somehow if we can use the technology to boost the ARPUs, boost the LTV, the lifetime value of a customer, the average revenue per user, by using that as an enabler rather than just going out and saying, oh, it's a blockchain based game and blah blah blah. I mean, the user doesn't give a damn about what kind of game, what kind of blockchain you are building on, right? I mean, we never bothered if it is HTTP or HTTPS. We always enjoyed x.com, y.com, right? So from my insights have always been that build your game, build whatever you're doing in Web3, and keep the Web3 layers abstracted. Use them to enable your LTVs and ARPUs, and you will see an amazing play which comes out in the blockchain space. And esports is a very unique avenue. I think we are seeing a lot of titles where we have live streaming, competitive tournaments. Super amazing to see 10,000 people in a stadium in Mumbai watching BGMI tournament. That was massive. Like we had goosebumps. I was there personally. 10,000 people in a crowd and like watching a PUBG match, BGMI match. That's like the scale which India is now, and I'm gonna see 100K sitting in Narendra Modi Stadium soon. I'm not. I'm very
Sure, man.
positive. I'm very
Yes.
optimistic on that, Ravi. What do you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, any other thoughts, Rajesh, Vivek?
At my end, what we do, we as a Web3 is a revenue generation model for our client, right? What we do, we impose them that you have a unique characters, unique environment, unique things in your game. So why can't we use the Web3 platform blockchain? What benefit we are getting out of that is uh, nowadays people are aware about what is blockchain, what is Web3, what are the benefits, right? So that's the benefit we are going to get, that we don't need to explain them what are the benefits to them by doing this. So it will be very easy for them. Regarding esports, we are now gelling up in esports. We are working on that. But yeah, it's again the people like Arjun. They have a school and other awareness things, so people are aware about what is actually the esports are there. Right. I was in Australian Gaming Expo where people were inquiring us that okay, are you able to do that esports events or esports things at your end? So people are aware about it. If we can do this sort of things in India, it's very easy for us to get the uh, right users, right Gen Z people at our end. So that's the benefit we are going to get from W3. That's signing light from my end. I guess we have 6-7 seconds left.
Got it. Any other thoughts that anyone want to share?
I think we're all good, man.
Yeah, in the
Got
respect of
everything.
time,
Okay.
we'll make sure that we sum it up.
Yeah. So in the best interest of time, I just wanted to add a couple of points. I think my net was a little flaky earlier. I hope I'm audible. But things are super rosy for the Indian market right now. Uh, I mean, like Parth mentioned, as one of the organizers of IGDC, I see that the number of game studios is just growing from about 1400 to 1600 plus, and international studios turning up with interest in India and so on. So in the Indian ecosystem, the story, it's just getting started. I think next 3 to 4 years is the best time for anyone to make the most of this opportunity. And I see that most of the success stories will be somehow Indian, whether it's the content, whether it's the publishing that Indian companies do, or whether it's the innovative companies like Parth was just talking of, that there is an Indian company like Stan which knows that secret sauce for the Indian market, right? I think all of us are in that bright spot there. So the limelight is on us to make some real magic happen. And with that, I would like to thank the organizers for giving us this opportunity, and for everyone listening in. India is the right place to be in if you're a game developer, publisher, esports guy, even if you're an influencer. So just focus on India, not just for DAUs, but also to mint money over the next 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you, people.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye bye.